Today's episode of the Feral Podcast is brought to you by Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace. For reservations, call 724-269-7687. Hours of operation are closed Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 12 to 10, and Sunday, 12 to 8. Again, that's Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace, located at 787 Mercer Grove City Road in Mercer. And now let's start the show.
Welcome to the 15th episode of the Feral Podcast. It's your man, the leader of the Ballhead Nation, the landlord, Pimpin' P, Podcast P, Host P. That's me, Warren P.
It's your man, DJ Rich Stacks, and I am hip-hop, bro. I'm geeked after last night, fam. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, KB, a.k.a. Why did Mont say P so many fucking times, man? Man, what is going on? God damn. He said P. That's me.
That's right, and the P for pimping, sometimes it's for petty, and sometimes it's for punching you in your goddamn head. I'll tell you that much. Now.
I do get... What we got here today, man?
It's your boy, Eric Bell, head of football operations at Furrow High School. Some stuff we're going to get into. Appreciate y'all for having me on the show. Much love to y'all.
You see how professional he went? He said, it's Eric Bell, head of operations.
He don't sound like that when the cameras is off, damn it.
Man too hard. Amber, get a man a break. He don't even know where the hell he at. He think he at the football field right now. You ain't at the field house.
He was about to run belly.
Belly!
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Oh, bless. Bless your son.
How was y'all weekend, man?
Lovely, man. Had a great weekend. Got a chance to just get out and hang out. I wanted to go to that Legends basketball game, but I didn't get a chance to make it. But all in all, I still had a good weekend, relaxed, and just do the Willy Bobo. You know me, work is work.
Sure, I had a decent weekend. It was funny as shit, bro. I was at the Bees cooking, right? Before I started my shift, I walk in, get a new time card, clock in. I turn around, slip on an onion peel, feet all the way up in the air. Bow. Wow. Smack my backside off the motherfucking cement, bro.
You know how fast I would have playing workman's comp? I would have stayed down there. I would have acted like Charleston White. Like, now see, nigga. I'm on the ground, nigga. Now, watch this. I'ma call Susan in Human Resources.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna file this motherfucking claim, you know what I mean? I would have Charleston White the fuck out of that, bro.
You let him off
You
the
should have
hook.
came in here with an arm thing, a back arm.
Nah, bro, I bounced up too quick.
I should have wheeled him in there in a
bounced up
wheelchair
too
this
quick.
week. Like, you know, damn.
Oh, man.
In the wheelchair.
The worst is when you fell, you smelled them onions. It was like, bitch.
Bro, it was
It was just
all over onion peels, man.
It's like onion peels just staring at you like, yeah, son, I did this.
And they walk right past him like, order up. I step right over his ass. Like, excuse me? Order up.
They sucked their teeth on it. Rich just stepped over him, yo. Like, I was in this shit, man. Stepped over it, man.
God dang.
Hey, how was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was good for real. Friday, I just kind of relaxed a little bit, and then Saturday we was at the EJ all day for Legends Ball. They got me doing the announcing for that, so we kind of turned it up in there, hoping to get more people in there every week. Yeah. And keep the good comp in there every Saturday.
I'm gonna need your ass to talking to the mic like you're talking to the mic, like how when you at the scores table up in that EJ, you better get active. Y'all done got him worked out. My God damn, man. Oh, hey, Miss Margot, we're gonna take care of your son. We're gonna take care of your son. We got you, boy.
That doesn't sound healthy at all.
You know, looking out for us Steelers fans, Margot, but these dumbass Browns fans.
Hey,
you better watch yourself.
Rich, he outnumbered. Exactly, you better watch yourself.
Keegan's
chilling, man. He don't care what's going on over here.
I care because why y'all need some mental help. Like, why are y'all still rooting for that team? Like, it's the most terrible.
Bro, it's too close to football season for this shit. I'm just getting over last season. Y'all getting on me saying this is a Ponzi scheme, bro. I just got it out of my
This is
mind.
the worst time for sports too, fam. It's like after that NBA Finals, after the Cup is like just go on vacation, fam. Just go on vacation for the whole month of July, August.
But no, you know what I seek solace in, bro?
Don't root for the Browns.
Right.
Wimbledon. When you see Wimbledon, you know you got 3 weeks before football season.
That's right.
That's a countdown. It's a countdown.
Yep, for sure.
For sure, though.
Some of the WNBA games are pretty interesting, but I can't get into it. I need to get into it because the women do deserve the recognition, definitely deserve the pay that the NBA guys are getting, all that stuff.
No, they don't.
Oh, shit.
Hey, don't start that, Keeg.
No, they don't because they do not pay this. They do not play the same amount of games as the NBA. So you telling me one of, and again, this is not being biased against women at all, bro.
Right.
So you telling me a WNBA person should get the same amount of pay LeBron James play and pay the less amount of games that he plays?
No, not necessarily. What I'm saying is it should be equaled out. So that 82 game to 30 that pay scale should be an even pay scale. So whatever they're making for 82 games, it should be the same equal if they were only playing 34 games. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying they should get $20 million to play 34 games, but if they're playing 34 games, they should get paid like the NBA players. Now, if the NBA players only played 34 games, what's that number? That's the number the WNBA should be
They're not playing 34 games, bro. They're playing. So then do this. Lower the rim so they can dunk. That's what Shaq says. Lower the rim, play 82 games. Playing basketball, get the sponsors to come. Because women are not watching the WNBA, fam.
Oh, that's Shaq's insight about it?
Yep.
I never heard that.
Women do not watch the WNBA.
That's fair, but you can't have the women play 82 games. The NBA got 30 teams. The WNBA got like 12.
They can't
play.
So again,
that's
they
an injury risk
do
in and
not
of itself.
deserve that pay. They do not.
They deserve to be paid on an equal scale.
If you don't have that, if you don't have 30 teams like the NBA, if you're not getting a sponsorship, you don't deserve a $100 million contract or $70 million or $60 million, et cetera, fam. You don't. You do not. I'm sorry. I feel like lower the rim so they could dunk, make it more interesting. More women watch it.
Yeah.
Then they can get paid. If they're not, fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, women have to support their own, and women are,
and they don't.
As consumers,
they don't. I bet you right now.
In looks and statistics,
what's the last? If we ask women right now, what was the last time you watched 3 NBA women games in a row and you saw women going back and forth arguing who's the GOAT, who got dunked on last night? Tell me when that last time you saw that, E. And you're the man of sports, my guy.
Not a dunk recently.
So let's shut the fuck up about the pay, and let's move on to another subject.
Yeah. The best thing they probably could have did was use that controversy between the 2 girls in college, and hopefully that can carry over and they can build momentum as far as that. That was healthy. They use it for like some old racist stuff. I seen it as competitive for women's sports moving forward. They can carry that momentum into professional sports for them, and then they can
take it to the
build it up.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying.
And if that was continuous, and it was bringing the ratings and things like that, they would deserve the pay.
Yeah.
Don't try to bash Don't be like, man, Shorty should get paid just as much as LeBron because she's a woman.
Nah, never that.
Well, no.
And this and that.
Never that.
And they got the WNBA label. Brittany Griner's back. She went through all this crazy shit. She deserved $400 million.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think that
As an organization, they got to get it together. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. At the same time, I think that has a lot to do with the U.S. portion of the fan base because just like 2 weeks ago, they took a WNBA game to Canada and completely sold out the Scotiabank Arena.
Continue.
So that's a problem within the USA demographic, and they need to figure out how to fix that.
Yeah, because I seen there was a player.
So y'all y'all just keep proving my point. They don't deserve that pay.
Yeah, but at that rate, like I get E's point. There's a lady that plays for the New York Liberty.
Okay.
And she said her base pay was $62,000 a year, bro, for a professional sport.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So yeah, that's not cool at all.
Yep.
62 bands, like I'm making almost that working 2 jobs though, but still like it's the disparity.
Increase the
but I get your point too, Keith.
I'm for sure. I'm all for it, fam. Like if the minimum is 100,000, 150, dope. But as far as like those 80 million, 100 million guaranteed, et cetera, nah, fam.
There's some basketball players that don't deserve that money.
Women do not pick up the WNBA. I can't name 5 women. I can't even name one right now that got, Cheryl Swoop's legendary as their Facebook picture right now or as a cover. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm talking about women outside that never played the sport before. Just be like, oh, snap, let's go ahead. I'm gonna watch this game tonight. Come through. Right. That don't happen, fam. There's no bar you can walk in and see a WNBA game. Buffalo Wild Wings might have it on because they have multiple sports happening. But so your regular local bar and be like, hey, come through, play the WNBA. Even if in a state that has a WNBA team, they don't even do that. You go to a local bar. They'll have golf on before they have one, and golf is the shit. But they're not going to have a WNBA game on. They're going to have an old fight. They're going to have Buster Douglas fighting Glass Joe on before they put a WNBA game on. And again, this is not bashing women at all because I know I'm about to get it on social media. And I really don't give a fuck, actually. But they don't deserve that pay, fam. They don't. Until the organization itself, the WNBA organization itself, changes at the games, at the minimum pay, more women support, then I'm be like, yeah, nigga, she deserved that 200 million or 150, 20 million. Because they don't.
Like, who's the Facebook user just saying, honestly, some men don't deserve that pay either?
They don't. And they don't get paid. And they actually, so
Can't support Zion, bro.
Chloe. Yeah, Chloe, you right, Chloe.
They don't. And Chloe, you for one, mad guys they don't actually get that pay. There's a lot of dudes don't even get that pay. The ones that do, that's sort of like Zion, man, come on, man, or Greg Oden, come on, man, those are they're straight trash. And I'm glad that the NBA is deciding that if you're only going to play so many games next year, they are docking your pay. They are taking away your benefits. They're so doing all of that type of shit, fam. So, I'm with that.
Well, what about some people that do probably deserve some pay playing basketball soon in the near future, hopefully, if they get a break? And let's talk about the Legends Ball tournament. E, I didn't get a chance to make it up there, unfortunately, because I picked up extra shift trying to get that money. You know me. And can you tell us a little bit about what happened up there?
Oh man, the Legends Ball, man, they showed out this weekend. They had some good competition there. A lot of Ferrell guys are in it. It's good to see a lot of the local legends playing back in the EJ. I know Terrence Holloway was out there. Yep. He's always balling. T. Holloway's always balling. They had a group out there called Elite Dreams. They had Darrell Webb from IUP. He's a leading scorer in IUP's history as far as basketball, and he dropped 43. You got a big man dropping 43 in the paint, shooting threes. They couldn't stop him. At one point, they were running 5-on-1, and he was still scoring. Not stuff I've never seen before. You got all 5 guys in the paint, and he's still scoring.
Every Saturday.
Starting
at 3?
Last week started at 3. There may be a time change depending on how many games there are, but as of now, probably starting at 3.
Oh, spectacular! And
super dope.
Yeah. Now, who's running it again?
Ken Madison, the former head coach of Kennedy Catholic. He was the coach up there. He was a rookie head coach. Went all the way to the state semifinal, and then they removed his position, his job position within the school, so he had to resign as the head coach. I believe he's the head coach over at Valley Christian now. And speaking of Legend Ball, they're also the ones putting out them varsity shorts that y'all seen. I know everybody's seen those City of Champions with the F on them. Yeah. They just put it up on the screen. You can pre-order those starting today.
Pre-order, and it's only going to be a set of so many that's available. I've seen that.
Yeah. He did say the blue ones are only going to probably have like 20, but he did say if the interest is there, he'll come out with alternate colors. So you might have some white ones, some gold ones, It's definitely they're going to be accessible. The blue ones might not be accessible immediately, but the other colors, if they come, will be.
What was the price on it? I missed that.
He didn't give me. I didn't get a price on Saturday, but I'm pretty sure it's up on the Legends Ball page. If you go check out the Legends Ball page, I'm pretty sure he's got the price up there with the pre-order.
Them joints is dope.
Yeah, man. Those, I gotta get
Man,
a pair.
I told him I wasn't coming to work if I couldn't get a pair.
Come on, man.
And he's going to be doing different schools?
Yes, that is his plan, to do different schools that are supporting the Legends League.
Well, he only need to do one, but I understand you don't want to turn down no money. You know what I'm saying? It's only one to do. You know what I mean?
We're gonna be the flyest in it.
Hell yeah.
Always.
No. I'm not saying he shouldn't do other schools, but we all know ain't none of them other schools gonna top Furrow. So
Or the
I don't know why he would. He started with Furrow, so that might take a little hit on his product.
That'll be his biggest.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure he'll see.
Absolutely.
That's his biggest seller. He just keep moving forward with that. You know. What about the other schools? I get to this.
Eventually,
These rural people's loving this.
Exactly.
You know how the F roll. You feel me? You feel me?
Definitely.
You feel me?
But yeah, Legends Ball was cool this weekend. Nice to see all the talent. Some good games. Had a game going to overtime. Pretty much every game, I think, except for one, was close. We were going all the way down to the wire.
Who got dunked on, fam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who got dunked?
So Skylar caught a body. I mean, it was this close. He got hit by the rim, so the ball didn't go in. But he was this close catching the body. I'm not sure exactly who the player was that got dunked on, and maybe for some reasons his name should not be disclosed because that was that was a little rough.
How did my guy Art Shannon do? Shout out to Art Shannon. How did my guy Art Shannon do out there?
Man,
representing for the old heads out there. You know what I mean?
You know, my boy Art Shannon did cool. He got clowned on the mic because he played about 4 minutes, and
That's
then he was.
all right.
But the crazy thing was Art had to start because Terrence was running late from work. So at the 4 minute mark, he looking for Terrence, and Terrence ain't in the gym yet. Art sucking for air, going up and down. I'm like, Art, tie your shoe. He's like, I can't bend down that far. I ain't got the air.
No, don't do it. Fat shout out to Art Shannon for stepping up out there, bro.
No, but
for the old heads.
We definitely talk, man. Me and Art, we super cool.
Art was in the bathroom in the toilet like, I should have went to Gordon's Chapel.
What? I know Art probably had them knees and shins and all that stuff. Ace bandage the hell up after that, right? Soda down, big gate up.
That cream of Jesus.
Terrence's Wee Ball team, they in that other tournament up the street that we're not going to talk about because of how they did my man, Coach Madison. So we're not going to talk about their league. But Art did make a little post and said that as far as that other league that they were playing in on Sunday, he was coach's decision, do not play.
He
couldn't come back.
I wonder what he was talking about.
He's on load management. He's on load management.
Yeah, I bet he is. My gosh. Fast shout out to Art, man. Speaking of like
Donis Haslam ass nigga.
Hey, give Art some credit, man. It's been 7 years since Art been on the court.
Yeah, 7 years.
It's great. It's great.
There he is right there.
Thank you, Art. Thank you, Art. You feel me?
Art, it's time to stop being tall for nothing, fam.
Grab some boards, Art. He had 2 boards that bounced at his feet. I'm like, Art, why you didn't pick them up?
Another brownie fan.
Joe Young was disappointed. Use the boards. Box out. The spirit of Joe Young was pissed at you, Art. The spirit of Joe Young was pissed. I can hear him now. Well, not hear him. You know, Joe Young was a man. A few words.
Hey, look, when Art was playing like that, man, I started to go right over to Columbia Street and pick up Coach Young, man. I started to pick him up and bring him to the EJ. Hey, man, you get your player in shape, man. What's wrong with him?
Nah, I'd have been doing the same thing too. I'd have been crying dead in this bleachers, bro.
He was laughing on the court. He looking at me. Hey, we could take it outside, Bill. I'm like, hey, Art, look, you too big for that. I want that.
You know, Art tall like the dude on Street Fighter, man. You'd be where Mike is.
Right over here. He got a 10-foot wingspan out there, man.
Oh my God,
knock your head off
there, man. You know what I mean? When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fought Bruce Lee and shit, that's exactly what it looked like, dog. Oh man, shout out to Art, man.
Yeah, man. And everything went good. There wasn't no shenanigans or nothing up there. Speaking of which, shenanigans, what about your boy Conor McGregor cutting up this alleged bullshit that he did during the Heat playoff game? Yeah, that was crazy, man.
That's
terrible
bad.
situation. And what's wild is we don't hear it consistently all day. LeBron can sneeze and be like, this nigga doing coke. You know what I mean? Like, and it makes something consistently every day,
every single day.
Hour. Michael Jordan never sneezed. You know what I mean? It'd be a whole bunch of that. But you only hear it once in a while about Conor. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see that constant bashing just like you do everybody else, man. This
Absolutely.
dude, man, he did that shit.
Bruh,
that's
somebody
crazy.
trusts you with their body like that to do a stunt, you can't take liberties there. That's absolutely wrong. You can't take.
He did
liberties
something
there.
to somebody up in that locker room, and now he got the heat all hot. They got to investigate the shit, and they was like, bro, you can't come back to another game, bro. Yeah, you might as well not
Not
come
at all.
back.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
This ain't even your arena. You come to our arena doing this bullshit.
Right.
You ain't doing no MMA fight.
Rape the
We
joint
invite
and
you
punch
on
the rape the joint and
And
punch
punch
the hey, God,
Right. Come on, fam. What's wrong with you? The spirit of Ike Turner got that nigga.
and he's a racist too, man.
Yeah, bro, that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, man. I forget
When he was calling Floyd a monkey, bro.
Yeah, he was just like, oh man, he gonna go ahead and train like the monkeys on Rocky 3, and then they show the clip. I'm like,
Bro,
oh
yeah, that was totally
bastard.
disrespectful.
Nasty work
Yeah.
right there. That's nasty work.
yeah, for real, man, for real.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm telling you. What about that submarine or whatever?
Oh, bro. Black Twitter has no motherfucking chill, fam. I'm just saying, like,
It's always been
for the first reports when I heard it, bro, and they said they lost communication like 100 feet down.
Right.
Like, no communication. I said they was gone then.
Right.
But our people got a way of turning like a disaster into a comedy show, fam. Like, I was just sitting there
Man.
reading all the comments.
We just do not care about irresponsible.
Irresponsibility.
things
That's what I'm
happening.
saying.
They're the most irresponsible because they had to sign waiver after waiver after waiver. And when they saw the built of that and the thing being ran by a joystick,
A joystick,
like,
bro.
They should have been immediately.
Come on.
And it wasn't even an Xbox or a PS.
But honestly, man,
Dreamcast.
I laughed about it. First, I was like, man, we got to quit laughing all of this, man. But pride, when your pride gets to you, if you watch multiple videos of the guy that ran that ship, and you see how prideful he was, he did not care about safety.
Not at all.
What's so ironic is he did not care about safety, just like the niggas that's dead in the Titanic.
Titanic.
Didn't care
Yeah,
about
yes,
safety.
sir.
So
Yeah,
that's what we're
the
gonna be like,
irony.
ha ha. That's what you get, fam, because you put yourself in that position. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody da 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 da. And come on, man. And then even the OceanGate themselves, why these niggas was dying? It was like, we need a new submersible.
The next day, the next new submersible technician,
Bro, that's crazy.
Hey, like your man just imploded in a sub with 4 other people the other night, and
Let me put a job posting up real quick.
But you see with the one, the father and the son, the other brother, he was out here kicking it. Cardi B got on his ass
Right,
about
my
kicking
man
it.
went to the
Like,
Blink
bro,
182 concert. He was on Instagram.
Yeah, he was kicking it out of the car.
Cardi B on the
Why-
inside. Blink 182, fam.
and he said he was keeping up with the updates. He said T-minus 7 hours until inheritance kicks in.
For sure. For sure.
How you celebrating like 5 hours left?
5 hours.
Come on.
And Antoine said,
crazy.
who goes in the ocean in a Duracell battery?
My brother Twan. Nigga Twan crazy. Still
Why they
crazy.
go down to the MRI
Shout out to
machine,
Twan.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that shit
But
was
again,
totally
pride
insane.
took them out.
Yeah, for sure
Pride
though.
and not paying attention to safety. It's not like it was they were safe. They did all this thing. Then I understand. Yes, we're definitely
Tragedies
still showing.
happen.
We're still definitely showing.
Bro, look, back there at the Furrow pool, I dropped something in the pool. It's 12 feet. I'm not
still
going
not
down
going to
12
get
feet to go get that shit.
Right. We definitely show compassion, man. But we got a way of doing things, and if we got to laugh, ha ha, niggas.
Yeah.
Right. Damn them. I feel like Michael Jackson on that one.
That seemed like a situation where they all just had money and didn't know what to do with it.
19-year-old, I definitely feel sorry for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was
He
crazy.
did
Whole
not
life
let go
had
at all.
At all.
And
That
it was
was
just
bad.
like him and his father was going back and forth. He was just like, you know what? I would
go.
do this for my father. It's Father's Day, something like that. He was completely scared.
Yep.
Completely, I'm with that all that. But that
Yep.
pride killed him, man. Pride killed him just
Yeah.
like it killed
Hey.
the people in the Titanic.
I got two
Sad.
DJs up here. What J. Cole say? Pride is the devil.
It
Yeah,
is.
pride
Yeah.
is the
It
devil.
is. Yup.
Yep. So like Michael Jackson said, all I gotta say is they don't really care about us. In the end, I think you got anything for me, brother.
But who applying for the job though, man? Who applying for the OceanGate joint? Like who gonna?
I'm cool on that.
They gonna train you.
next
I'm
They
cool
gonna
on that, man.
They're gonna train you like just beware of what previously happened.
just make an AI video you going down like bloop bloop. I've been in the ocean 7 times. Get that
Right.
quick 100K. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Shit is crazy. So, how about that documentary yesterday, bro? We sat down and we enjoyed this documentary.
Yeah. You
Ralph
guys gotta check it out.
McDaniels about Video Music Box, bro. It was like one of the dopest. It was the Nas documentary. Came out in 2001. We never knew nothing about it. It's just amazing the influence that one individual had on the culture, bro. Like, he brought the hip hop platform to so many people without it being on cable television. It was on regular New York public access. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Video Music Box.
Yeah, Video Music Box.
Yeah, man, I remember,
you can call in for your videos.
I remember I was like wanting. We never had it at my house, but I'm like, man, I want to have that. I want to see what that's about. I want to know what that is.
What
man.
is that?
Yeah, man. So we was just poor, or just wasn't available in our area. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that Video Music Box, that documentary, it was phenomenal because he pioneered so much stuff like Word. He came with the term Word. He came out with the term shout out. We learned about that shit.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, like, dang. And that's our culture. Like,
This is where culture originated.
We never learned, like, we always say, fat shout out to so-and-so and shout out. That came from the dude.
where's what network or what streaming service is it on?
Ralph McDaniels, I think it's since disbanded. There's no more Video Music Box, whether he is a video director. And he directed so many classic hip-hop videos from Nas.
Yeah.
Biggie,
I'm saying, where
Smalls.
can you watch the documentary?
Oh, the documentary?
It was on,
it's on Showtime.
Showtime.
Yes,
Probably
sir,
like
for sure.
anything.
What's the name of it?
The name of it was Video Music Box.
Video
It's
Music
called
Box.
Video Music Box. It's a documentary about Ralph McDaniels.
Ralph McDaniels,
Make sure you
directed
check
and
it out.
produced by Nasir Jones.
Yeah, it's from Nas's production company called Mass Appeal. You know what I mean? And he put out another dope ass documentary, a couple documentaries. So
About the Supreme Team.
yeah, shout out to Nas and this Mass Appeal production company doing it big, always putting out quality content and learning content for us all, dropping knowledgeable gems all the time.
Y'all stay watching some good documentaries. When I came over there the other week, we was watching a good documentary.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man,
You gotta keep
and the
it
one I
good.
seen about Rick James, about how when he was at Motown and then he left, and because he got drafted to the Army, left, went to Canada, came back, went to shop a deal off this music that he made, went back to Motown, just happened to be passing through. He seen the A&R dude. He was like, yo, let me see what you're doing. He passed it off to him. Motown was on decline financially, this and that. Pass it off. Oh, what is
Jumped
this?
them right back
Jumped
off.
it right back
It's a
up.
pick
Never
me
knew
up.
that shit. Rick James revived Motown. and
Motown
brought
back
them
in the
right
80s,
He was
late
already
70s,
there,
early 80s, bro.
And they wasn't feeling him because he was, with the Supremes, the Temps, and all doing the doo-wop thing, and he didn't have no lane for that at that time. But it's crazy how he came back, and it was 360, and he helped bring Motown out of debt. Barry Gordy was like, oh yeah, turn everything over to him. Like, we need a different sound as far as production, and took his pop funk sound and just let him just go do the damn
it to
thing.
another level.
I didn't know that until watching that.
I think one of the dope things about Rick James as well too, his hair, his dreads. The reason why they wore the wigs and they did what they do, or the reason why he had his dreads the way that he had it, is because they mimicked that off the Mama warriors in Africa.
I was going to say
because
that.
the reason why they wore their hair that way, the way they had it, I was just like, yo, that's
Seen it
dope
too?
as heck, man.
Yeah.
Man.
When he seen an African lady at the airport and asked her about it, and she was like, yeah, and put him on. That was
part
dope
of the
too.
Like part of the Mama tribe.
Yeah,
and this
bro.
is because we're warriors. Da.
Yes.
So that was one of the biggest things that he
Yes.
focused on all the time, and I thought that was really dope.
Heck,
man.
shit.
That was super.
Little dude from Buffalo, man. That's crazy.
Right, from
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Buffalo,
from
New York.
Buffalo. Way before Griselda and them came up out of, you know what I mean? So the music scene in Buffalo been deep. You know what I mean? It ain't just start with Griselda, you young bucks.
Right.
Check out that Rick James documentary too. That's very important.
Definitely a good one.
Heck shit.
And while we talking about music, we might as well go into that Stacks in the booth with Rich Stacks. In the music world right now, the hottest album to me, bro, is that Killer Mike is definitely flames, bro. There's a song on there called Motherless, and that song kind of touched my soul, bro. Listening to all the words and
Man, I got
put
to,
all his pain into this project, man.
Yeah. So speaking of motherless, Killer Mike, today is my mom's 70th birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday to her. The one thing Killer Mike's interview he says is he was like, since my mom has passed away, I never said my mama's dead. And he was like, as soon as I went to that, he was like, I would just always just keep celebrating her transition and things like that. And I would try to avoid avoid actually saying the word death about my mom or my grandma. So I never said that. It was like, as soon as I went in the booth, the first thing that came to me was like, my mama's dead. Because he was like, it was a way for me to
Cope.
yes.
Yeah.
And deal with that grief. And I was just like, yo, man, I completely understand that. Because even I align with it, because even when my mom passed in my arms, I just stayed in work mode. I had to plan a funeral. I had to plan my son's birthday and her funeral at the same time. So I'm buying a cake and I'm going to George Washington, the Washington Funeral Home at the same time, making sure she had her pearls on. That's why I wore pearls myself.
I knew that.
Make sure she had the pearls there like that. Then leave out of there, go buy all these toys for my son for his birthday. Make sure everything da. So I'm not taking over your segment, bro.
Oh,
my
no,
bad.
you cool, fam.
I understand why Killer Mike did what he did with that song,
Exactly.
fam. And it's incredible, man.
But that ain't the only one. He got a few of them
he
here.
came
That
on
one
so
was six,
hard. Science and
six
Engineers.
bro. Oh my God, the
Science
whole
and
album
Engineers,
is like a
man.
sonic masterpiece.
Yes,
bro.
it is.
Dope.
Yes, it is.
Show.
Should have even brought 3 Stacks back out.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
they talk about that 3
Also,
Stacks album.
Three Stacks
Hopefully.
is not coming out with an album. Killer Mike was really high when he said that shit, bro. He was super high when he said that.
He was feeling it. He was feeling it. They got my hopes
They
up.
do got an unreleased 6-minute song together, but he was high. Andre 3000 is not dropping an album, bro. He's not.
Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath on that shit, bro.
And then the song he made he made to the Fiends.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a dope.
Man, he talked about how this one fiend he was serving, it was like, yo, why y'all keep coming over here? Why you keep coming over here? You got this dope boy, you got this dope. He was like, you're the only person that treat us like human beings. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so that's why we keep coming over here. So he made a song about it. It's wild. It's wild.
Right.
Anyway, go
Definitely
ahead.
a dope project. No, you.
Yeah, that was dope. That
Yo,
was
yeah.
dope, man. That was dope.
Yeah, because I could feel them same feelings on that song "Motherless," bro. It definitely was a deep, passionate song.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
And in the music world, also, my man put me onto that Raheem Devon, bro.
Raheem
That's some
Devon.
grown folks music right
word?
there for you. Yeah, he got a new project
Called
right now.
The Summer of Love.
Summer of Love.
He has some nice, interesting interludes in between the songs. The one that really caught my eye is called "Wet on Cue." The interlude. Oh, she and they're talking heavy. Yeah, man. So make sure you check out "The Summer of Love" by Raheem Devine. That's if you couples, that's a go ahead. Put the kids to bed early, and or send the kids over to your parents' house for the weekend type. Just listen right there. I'm telling you. It's one of them type. That's a definite date night type of tone. I'm telling you. Yeah, for sure.
And going on in the music world also, man, what's up with your boy Jimmy?
Oh, he better leave.
Like, he better leave Push Low,
And he
right?
done called all malice now. He better leave.
You don't
Jimmy,
want
I
that
love
smoke.
you, bro. You
don't
know
want that
what,
smoke.
man? I like your style shit, but you barking up. What? You pick out the right cotton now, as they say and down south. You pick out the right cotton now. Leave them boys alone.
The Pusha T dropped that diss at the Louis Vuitton Pharrell's joint.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy did it right from a shoot from Harlem, and he did this as well too. And somebody was like, well, Pusha already won because he was at the Louis Vuitton event. Listen, fam, it's not the location. It's
not at all.
And then they try to diss Jimmy at the same time. I'm with Pusha all the way. Like, Jimmy cannot touch Pusha, but don't be like, because one was at the Louis Vuitton, man. Pusha could have been in Virginia in the hood somewhere serving coke and still going to serve Jimmy.
Absolutely, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also music too, man. The Billboard charts, right? There's no number 1 or number 2 hip hop song that's been on the Billboard charts since 2023 at all. So it's been like Bad Bunny. It's been a lot more pop. It's been a lot more Latin type music, but hip hop is on the decline via the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
Because now it seems like for you to get on, you got to do everything but music. Meaning, how many followers do you have? What does your TikTok videos look like? Who's retweeting you? Ain't even about the music anymore, fam. You got to.
It's about
do
that
all
image.
of these other things before they even get to you and your music. You could be dope as hell. You can be the next Jay-Z, but if you ain't got 1 million followers on TikTok or Instagram or made some AI, blah, 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 that's what they care about more than actually you being able to do what you need to do, fam. So
And a good old school one signed to a major record label, and they're greasing the radio station's palms. That ain't never dying,
payola.
getting radio
Payola.
plays, that's still
but
going
nobody,
on too.
And they try to say that because no major MC hasn't dropped an album like Drake or Kendrick or what have you, But there's so much hip hop and it's impacting the entire world. I also at the same time on the other side of things, I really don't think the Billboard charts matter anymore. Because of how people embrace music through TikTok, through social media, all these other avenues, and that Billboard chart is no longer the power of
It's all be all.
You know what I mean? So
Here's a question. Do you think that maybe it's time for Billboard to evolve, or are they steadily looking in the wrong place? Maybe they need to go to SoundCloud, stuff like that, where we've seen good music that just doesn't have distribution to get to that level.
Yeah, that's a great question, man. So one thing that Billboard is doing is they're adding merchandise to how much merchandise
Total
you sell.
sales? Bruh.
Yep.
That ain't got nothing to do with the music, though.
That's why Nicki Minaj be going off for the last 2 or 3 years, fam. And I'm 1,000,000% on her side because one, she's
Sure.
She know how to play the game.
True dope MC, dog. Come on, there's no other female artist that killed. She killed Jay-Z, Kanye, and Rick Ross on the
All on the same song, yeah.
Yep. She killed them guys.
Yeah.
But however, the last couple of years, she's like, yo, why does my merchandise and all of this make me get up on the charts more? What does that got to do with anything? But that's one of the ways that they're involving.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So.
Say that in the music world, fam.
And now we'll have a minute with Mark P.
It's a minute with Mark P. Brought to you by Jack Kinsh's Counters. Get your motherfucking counters ready at Jack Kinsh's Counters. Also, you can get you a double cheese pizza from Furrow Pizzeria and get you some Archie's Barbecue from motherfucking fat ass River Belly. It's a minute with Mark P.
Thank you. And this week's Minute with Mark P, we got a We Outside Day Party.
I'm going to piss while you do this, bro.
Go ahead, man. Relieve yourself. Hosted by my man Saint Taylor with the special guest DJ Luke Nasty. You know me, saying something's on the way. I'm on the way. Hey. That dude, I think that's him. I ain't that old. I know who I'm talking about. And then also, we have the ribbon cutting event Thursday, the 29th. That's this week, this Thursday at 5:30. The dedication of the recreational volleyball court complex at our Farrell baseball field, sports baseball field complex. So come down there and be part of the ribbon cutting ceremony and be part of another great thing that's being added to our community for our kids and some adults too, because I know I'm gonna be out there. You come down there, Eric, I'll spike on you.
Whoa!
have sand on your
Little
glasses,
hostility. Hey, that's okay. I got a couple people that I know play volleyball. I'm gonna go get my backup, man. We can run this if you want to.
Yeah.
We'll see what you really got.
Yeah. Now, the real Minute with Mark P is Juneteenth.
Let's go.
And this Juneteenth was very, very special.
Indeed.
Because we had the Juneteenth honorees this year. Just to name a few, some of the Juneteenth honorees were Mr. Tim Harrison, Miss Chloe Stewart, Miss Mona White, Miss Kim Bayman, Miss Mavis Shannon, Miss Leela Savage, Miss Peggy Mazik, Mr. Gerard Barter, Gino Money. Y'all know that's Gino Money. Yeah, and last but not least, my two co-hosts and myself were honored as the Juneteenth Furrow 2023 honorees for this year. You know, and I can have my producer put up. We have one of Chloe. That's Chloe right there, receiving her award, prestigious award. Fast shout out to Chloe and release date and everything that she does. We have another one up here for Miss Mona White. She was working. Fast shout out to Miss Mona. Shout out to Patrice Lee and Tajmir Gibson, the family members, son and grandson. The grandson and daughter of Miss Mona White. Miss Mona had to work and wasn't available to receive the award, but fast shout out to Patrice and Tajmir for being there on her behalf to accept the award. And then you have the guys. We received our award, and I was humbled And, you know, I really enjoyed myself for the weekend. And I don't want to, Keegan might have something to say about it, or Rich might have something to say about them receiving an award. Hold on. Shout out to Brian Keller, our brother,
BK,
who wasn't presented an award, but he was presented an award because whatever we do and receive, he will never be not counted in on that. And that's from week to week. Any award, any accolade we receive, that's always the four of us. We started off for him. We always will remain for us four, the Fantastic Four, man.
For sure. It was definitely a blessing to receive an award for a city that I love, man. Like, Juneteenth is a celebration that my mom loved going to, fam. And I wouldn't find the time working hectic schedules and stuff. I never took the time out to go down there and enjoy it. But this was like one of the best experiences I've had in a while, and one of the first events I got to DJ in the past 3 years on that type of level. And it was just beautiful to see the love out there from the community, bro. For sure, though.
I've been DJing it for the last 4 years. Also, shout to Patrice, Lee Marquis, Recreation Committee this year. And it is definitely one of my favorite. I get to do a lot of great events, man. And I've done a lot of great events. But Juneteenth is everything to me as well. And it's just like Rich Mom. My mom loved to go there. Having a house right across, literally right across the street from it, would be dope. And my mom literally would roll her wheelchair there. You know what I mean? So definitely a great event. I love seeing everybody. I love the energy, man. Fuck the nigga who wrote that letter, who tried to fear monger the entire community to not come. And I was actually going to say too, my award goes definitely to Brian Keller, BK. I was actually going to say that today. Even though I got that award, it's not for me. It's for my man BK. It's for his family. Because BK has definitely been doing this type of work for a very long time. This is something that he loves to do. Rather it was on radio, comedy, or what have you. So definitely my award that I have is for Brian Keller and his family. And again, man, it was so great. That letter lost. The letter lost.
It did.
And
yeah, for sure,
you know what they could have done with the letter? If you actually had, it just shows that they don't have any confidence in the Federal Police Department and who represented. Because they could have wrote the letter like, our city is so incredible. Our special forces, our cops, we do so much to take care of this community that we're going to make sure
that nothing happens.
That nothing is wrong. Because
Exactly.
we have Lieutenant such and such.
Yes.
We have Sergeant da.
Right.
And we always have the means. If they would have presented the letter like that, and actually instead of
encourage people
don't come out the motherfucking house because these Newcastle kids
They
is
shooting.
they shooting.
Yeah.
Like, man, you had no confidence in the people that protect you, knowing that this event is literally right by the police station. They set up barriers everywhere. You got the Call of Duty type niggas everywhere.
Right, absolutely.
Plain clothes,
state boys.
state boys, Call of Duty, undercovers, they all over the place, fam. And even if that letter wasn't out, those boys would have still been there because they do that every year. So that letter had no confidence in itself. It had no confidence in the police station. I don't even think the person who wrote it had confidence in them own selves. So fuck you, your entire family. Shout out to Furl because we really did that shit.
Damn,
Yes, sir.
Much love to the Federal Recreation Committee once again.
Oh, for
Monica
sure.
Scott, President, Kavon
love
Wright,
you,
the Vice
Monica,
President,
Bessie.
everybody else involved with the Federal Recreation Committee. Much love to you guys too. Some of the people that was down there, Miss Sophia, some of their good Caribbean flavors.
Man.
We had Sonny Bono down there with the bomb fish and chicken. The Arties, of course, with they smoke flavors. Darren Bolt right down there with the soul food buffet. TNT, of course, always everywhere with this good, delectable, delicious food. Mr. Moss with the elephant ears, shaved ice. The Bangmans was down there with their clothes, selling jewelry and purses and tennis shoes and everything. Miss Olivia Johnson was down there selling some oils and some jewelry and stuff. Miss Shar Freeman was down there with her books and everything.
Children's books.
The Burns family. Fast out the Yanks Burns kids. You did good, man. They was down there hustling good candles and candle waxes and melts and everything. Fast shout out to everybody. If I didn't mention you,
Nick Andrade with them berets.
Fast shout.
Nick Andrade had them bread talking. I don't eat meat,
Nick,
but I was standing over there watching like, man, I kind of wish I did today.
Right.
This is the first time in 2 years I wish I ate meat.
If you guys remember anybody, shout them on out.
Fat shout to the cop. I seen the guy that Jamaican play for Miss Sophie.
Oh, my
Turned
man,
around
my
and said,
man.
"Why for bumper clad, pussy clad boy? Man for run the light. Man for come round. Hear me now."
Hey, shout out to my man T Hilton, man. That's my man T Hilton. He be riding with us all the time, man. The kids be at Emerson. He'll hop out the patrol car and come hoop with us. And he's trying to even organize a 3-on-3 with the police. Yes, he's trying to organize a 3-on. T Hilton.
Officer T. Hilton. Officer
Yes,
T. Hilton.
yes.
If you getting a big up from my man Encyclopedia E right here, salute to you. Keep on doing a good job that you're doing.
Absolutely.
And link up with this man right here so he can introduce you into the community and keep you connected with the youth. But keep doing a good job. Because my man co-signing, you're doing a hell of a job.
Shout out to the people who were scared to come. I'm sorry I'm putting your name out there, Olivia, but she wasn't going to come because of the letter. And she inboxed me, and we talked about the situation. Again, we do have to be safe because anything can happen at any time.
Yeah, man.
True.
Let's keep it real. Anything can happen at any time. But Olivia, for you to go ahead and step up and come out anyway, and sell your jewelry and do what you do, we truly appreciate you for coming out.
Sure,
Yeah.
Love and respect.
I didn't get a chance to support everybody I wanted to support, but I
Yeah, for
supported
sure.
as much as I
Right.
could, fam.
Right.
Food, the vittles was definitely slapping.
Right.
For sure, man.
And
For
big
sure.
up to the other one that was on Monday and Sharon. That was put on by Miss Harrison.
Very dope.
The actual Juneteenth holiday, and you can look to keep building and attending the third annual one when she puts it on next year, and it's going to be a continuing thing. But Mr. Maceo Gilchrist was there with this group, and they played some great music. So I hear, and
Mr. Maceo killed it on the saxophone, bro.
Royal.
Yes.
See, that's
Yes,
what I'm
it
talking
was
about.
cool. Yeah.
I'm mad I missed it because I
definitely
had to work and everything.
Somebody was live. I was working, but somebody was live, and I watched it on Facebook.
Mr. Maceo and the band did his
I was
thing.
at work, AirPods in.
Right,
that's what's
listen
up.
to
That's
slipping
what's
on
up.
onions, bro.
That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
Slipping on onions, listening to good music.
Before I let go.
Yeah, my back did let go.
Hit that last note before I let go. Bow.
Yes, sir.
Onion just staring at him.
And was on the ground like,
When Frankie Baby passed away, man, I'm gonna cry, bro.
me too.
Bro, man, he's a living legend.
Hood legend, Frankie.
Sure, though. Speaking of living legends,
Pass it out to the Vibers.
Oh, yeah, I love the Vibers,
They
man.
performed up there.
Napa,
Pass
AJ
it out to
Johnson.
them and all the food vendors and people that was up there selling everything. Fast shout overall and much love. Furrow, we can now celebrate 2 Juneteenths. Isn't that lovely? yeah, I actually had my moment from coming to America. Isn't she lovely?
Gee, this is beautiful. What is this, velvet?
Go ahead, bro. Yeah,
So we did have the pleasure of doing the Break Room podcast. And when we was on the Break Room podcast, bro, you went into detail or the story. And it was so funny. I got to hear you tell this again, fam.
Fast shout out to Lamont Bryant, my dude, another Lamont, from one Lamont to another Lamont. He was on the show, the Break Room podcast. We were on there last Monday. And he asked about the Pharaoh Warren basketball game from back day because he said he was on that basketball team.
Yeah.
And he said he was wondering who had started that fight. And I had to let him know that, I was the culprit. It was all because of a young lady, Miss Lusher Reese Callahan. She had my little football jacket from my senior year and everything. And, the game was pretty packed. And I'm coming up the steps, fresh off of a 40 of King Cobra. It was so delicious and cold. And we come up the steps, and I see her with my jacket on over there talking to these Warren fellas. I'm like, hey, what are you know what? Oh, no, she ain't trying to stunt my jacket.
Warren fellas.
Yeah, talking to these Warren fellas. So I'm like, hey, I'm going up here to get my goddamn on jacket. I'm going to go up here to get my jacket. And boy, that's when all hell break loose. So I'm walking through the lanes, coming through the stairway, and I go to get my jacket. I said, hey, what you doing? I need my goddamn jacket. She's went and grab my jacket. Boy, don't you know, I felt the hands of life. It felt like a boa constrictor. The boy put the hands on me like this. All I could do, you know what I mean? I'm talking to her, trying to get my goddamn jacket fumed with her like, yo, give me my goddamn jacket. Oh, Lamar Peterson, this, that, and that. No, I want my motherfucking jacket, right? And I noticed, I'm like, wait a minute. And I look, and he's choking me, so I couldn't do nothing but grab him. And when I grabbed him, we fell down, and the whole Furrow Gym made CNN News that night. We made CNN News. It was national news. But
Mont is dropping a movie on Tubi called The Letterman Jacket.
Letterman Jacket.
And it's all about this story based on the true story. It's coming soon, y'all.
Yeah, Twan. A 40 King Cobra, bro. A 40 King Cobra had me make some bad decisions that day. My whole gym, turned the whole gym out. I got bored from going to basketball games. Oh, my brother and them tried to come up off of the hoop court and fight. Shout out to Chris Summers, my brother Germ, the Hammer, RP, Allen Davis. My boys just come off the hoop court to help me fight.
Is that part of the reason you couldn't go on college tours?
Yeah, I couldn't go on college tours because of that. The real truth came out. I'm sorry, Miss Jefferson. I do love you.
Oh, man.
I knew it was all ulterior motive.
Go on with that bullshit.
Oh, man.
Go on with that. Yeah, but yeah.
Movie drop in August, The Letterman Jacket.
Starring Bokeem Woodham as Mont P.
Yeah.
Who gonna play Lush, bro? Jill Scott gotta play Lush with somebody, man. Yeah.
Y'all ain't got no kind of sense, man. Y'all ain't got no kind of sense.
Wesley Snipes gotta play Hammer. Gotta play Jermaine Peterson. You know what I mean? The big dude from Atlanta gotta play Oppie, yo. Also, Oppie, man, I used to be scared of you, bro, because your name was Oppie, and I know you still can fight me now, man. But when I found out your name was Arthur Page, I'm like, this nigga name is Arthur Page, bro.
Miss Lil was
no longer scared of Oppie.
I was scared of a homie named Arthur.
I know, right?
Hey, Miss Lil was good to name me Quayler Newton. Oppie, I know you, man. Miss Lil was name me Quayler Newton. Sissy them told me that.
Oh, man.
Quayler Newton.
Coming out on Tubi, man. The Letterman Jacket, man. You know, starring Bokeem.
This summer.
Jill Scott this summer.
Yeah, man.
Dope.
Gotta love it. Now, time for us to get on to one of the best parts of the show. Oh. Matter of fact, before we even get to you, I forgot.
We're on BT Plus right now.
Yeah. Ooh, I smell some. I think it's time for some garbage.
Garbage.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This cat quit speaking to me about that. I'm never taking you down, J. Page. Yeah, I'm never taking you down, Page.
Homie did block me from making them hell rail.
Oh, wow. First up. Yeah! Speaking of the Hammer, in this fresh Juneteenth outfit. In this fresh Juneteenth outfit, Juneteenth wear. Him and his old lady. I told him to stop it. I already got 11 nieces and nephews. God damn it, now he's working on 12. Give it up. God damn.
Wow.
The Hammer in this Juneteenth wear.
Oh my God.
With the other baby mama. And next up.
Man.
Now, see, they stay coming from me.
Hey,
That bullshit.
look very careful.
Chocolate covered raisin. It's all the same. It's all the same.
I forgot to send it to you, bro. My bad.
It's all love.
It's all. I mean,
Bump that.
it's all the same. Chocolate covered raisin, milk dud, all them.
You know, go to hell, Jada Keller. You started this milk dud shit. Jada Keller. When I see you, it's on. Me and you. Little Bill, milk dud. I can't do this. Screw Furl.
Oh, man.
On to the next.
Well, it's time for me to go. Ladies and gentlemen, and curtain. We out of here. See y'all. I'm gonna exit stage left.
Yeah, the professor.
Added to the Key collection. This is AKA Butts and Honeydew. Dr. Butts and Honeydew.
I'm out of here.
The first time I saw Eric, I was like, this nigga look like Dr. Eric Butts.
Yeah. And in the words of Kumo D, how you like me now?
It's all right, because I clap back. So be ready.
This is when you know you're really part of the team when you get on the good garbage, bro.
Man, we just jump you in. Shut up. That's like a gang initiation. We jump your ass in with that garbage. God damn it. What you gonna do?
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And now,
Yeah, man, thanks for listening to us for the good garbage. My man, my P about to go, and
now it's time for the man, Encyclopedia E, the football coordinator, and then some, the young Dirty Browns fan, the young smart one. He's so prestigious and hardworking. Give it up for Encyclopedia E, Eric Bell Jr. Yeah, I had to throw that Brown shit in there.
I can't figure out in my head while I keep coming back here every other week. Man, I don't understand. These cats, they be out my head every time. My mom got my back. She said, "Don't do me like that." So you know we clapping back. Yes, sir.
So the thing is if your mom calls out, we go after your mom.
Hey.
We have we just messing with you.
We just messing with you. We messing with you.
Old garbage rule says garbage rule number 4083. Yeah.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm good. Blessed to be here, man. It's a good day. Good day at the office. Cool, calm Monday. Woke up with a bit of a headache, which is why I sound a little like this. But other than that, we cool. Cool.
Cool, man. Tell us about your new position, man. Tell us what specifically it is and what you're going to be doing.
So my new position, it's entitled the Director of Football Operations. Now, that sounds like a long and drawn-out process, but really, it's really simple. It's just an evolution of what I had been doing. So technically, like, I was the announcer. That was my position, but I was doing all this other stuff. So Coach Amp kind of pulled me to the side and was like, look, and I call him Unc, that we have a close relationship. I mean, we're talking about a guy who took a chance on a college dropout who didn't know what he was going to do. And Coach Amp was just like, look, I want you to do this. If you succeed at this, we're going to move to this and this. And we just kind of been doing that ever since. But directly, Director of Football Operations entails that I do everything on a game day basis, whether it's, in some cases, it might be putting the jerseys out in the lockers for the kids, making sure they get their helmet, shoulder pads, make sure all their stuff is good, making sure that everything in the booth is running smooth, our board, our sound system and everything like that before my guys, Justin Lewis and Chad Folsom, get there, making sure everything is smooth so they can come in and have a smooth transition. And then it just might be little things, like it might be, hey, Bell, so-and-so needs a pair of spikes, need you to go get them. Or, hey, Bell, I need this from my office in the EJ and I can't leave here right now. I need you to go run down to the EJ and grab it for me. Or I left my keys here, grab them for me. You know, so at this point, everybody jokes, the coaching staff jokes and calls me Amps number 2 because when it comes to football, I have keys to everything, press box, locker room, office, all of that, just to make sure the process runs smoothly.
Awesome, man. Awesome. That's great, man.
Definitely dope. What first sparked your interest in the love of sports, especially Pharaoh?
Okay, so I hate to admit this, but when I was a kid, due to the negative influence of my parents, I used to rock Steeler gear. I'm sorry, Rich. Listen, it's
I was brainwashed at one time, too.
It's a dark time of my life. Luckily, my grandma, she corrected that.
You know what? Browns fans sound like they actually did something in their life.
my grandma
haven't done fucking shit.
Hey.
Like, I don't understand why Browns fans talk so intellectual, like they've done something.
Listen, hey, Mark, I see you, Mark. I see you.
Hey,
listen. Let me just put this out here.
He's on the spectrum. That's why he's a Browns fan.
Heinz Field is a legendary place, and I give y'all that. Hey, Rich, who won the last game at Heinz Field?
I think we did.
Oh, my.
And it was a playoff game, wasn't it?
And Myron Lowe said we live in the past. Myron, look at the Browns fans in the past.
When's the last time they won a playoff game? Not since then.
Your mom said video games, bro. Look, it's right there. It's evidence. It's fucking evidence. Video games. Thank you, Mom.
What I was getting to was when I was younger. No, you good. When I was younger, I was a Steeler fan. So my great grandfather up at my grandma's house, we go up every Sunday for family dinner. Well, football season, he had a basement. In fact, I still have the plaque in my room that he had over the doorway that says Lee's Bar. You walked in there. I mean, he had it laid out. He had a couch in there. He had a bar in there with a Batman phone. Like this, he had it laid out. So me and him, after dinner, everybody else would be upstairs conversating. Me and him would be down in the basement there watching any type of football. The Steelers were his team, so it was normally the Steelers. But we would watch football, basketball, all of that, and then that's what started it. And then from there, with video games, it just kind of began an evolution.
That's awesome, man.
Began an evolution.
Who gave you your first sideline commentary gig, and how did you feel going into it?
Sideline commentary gig. That was. Were you talking about basketball? Like
Any football, basketball.
My first gig. That was Amp. He was, we got there, and it was kind of like, because if you remember, the first thing I did, like I was in Mr. Folsom's media class when I transferred to Farrell after Kennedy. He has a media class now. I was in his media class.
At Farrell?
Yes, we have a media technology class now.
Go ahead.
I was in his media class, and when I came in with no expectations other than forever. I wanted to graduate wearing blue and gold. That's what my dad did. That's what my uncle did. That was it. That's what I wanted to do. So I came with no expectations other than graduating. When I got to class, they were like, "Hey, we're looking for an announcer because now, mind you, this is this summer of 2020, fall of 2020. They're like, we need an announcer. We're putting together a sports YouTube channel to broadcast the games because COVID's going to shut everything down. Nobody's going to be in. Nobody's going to be allowed in." So they were putting it together, and they're like, "Well, we heard you do the Kennedy Farrell basketball game at Kennedy that previous year. So he's like, if you really want to continue doing that, you got it." So they gave me the headset, and then from there, it kind of evolved to where Bob Greenberg was coming to do our games. So they would plug in his audio. So then I was kind of in like a la land trying to figure out what I was going to do, and then that was Amp, and he's like, we ain't got no PA announcer. You the PA announcer. And so,
what's that?
So from there, and I give a lot of credit to Bob Greenberg. He gave me that shout out on Twitter, and that opened up a lot of opportunities. In fact, I ended up working for him after graduation. I ended up working for him, and I still do part-time. I was just up there last week. So, Amp, Greenberg, Folsom, kind of started this process.
If you wasn't,
That's what's up.
if you wasn't into sports, if you wasn't doing this, what would Eric Bell be doing?
Finding a purpose in life, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, just because this is. Well, hey, relax over there, Mario Van People. He over there. Hey, this guy over there. He over there. He
said it like his dad ain't shit. Working the mill like his bum ass daddy. Get that broom.
Hey, it's all cool. See, now he done messed up. We're gonna have to get CJ back next week because Pops ain't letting him leave the mill. Pops is his boss. He ain't letting him leave the mill now. See, you done messed it up now. Hey, man, over there rocking the Jesus. Hey, my man, he over there rocking the Jesus ones coming at me. Relax. Oh, Tyler Perry, focus on your BET purchase, man. What's wrong with him?
He been around us too long. Look at you.
It rubbed off on him.
He went real kinky real quick, man. I love it, yo.
Just finding a purpose in life because, like I said, now when I'm talking about being in the basement, I'm talking 3 years old. I taught myself how to read. Because if you guys remember, which I'm sure you do, in a newspaper they used to have these TV guide paper channels.
Yep.
And I taught myself to read. Like we would be down there, and he'd be like, "Okay, grandson, find us a game to watch." And he'd hand me the TV guide paper, and I'd look in there, and I'd go through and find the game. So I taught myself how to read.
Dang.
Awesome.
So a lot of that's attributed to him. I miss the hell out of him. Man, if he could see what I was doing now, and then attribute that to my other grandfather, who his 88th birthday would have been yesterday.
Oh, awesome, man.
That just and then it was crazy. It was like a ball of emotions because last week, it's always kind of a rough time for me because of his birthday coming up, and he died when I was relatively young, but he always instilled in me excellence.
Yeah.
Like he lived over in the Columbia Street apartments, and they come in and they give you an inspection every so often to prove a point. Like every time he got it, he would show me the paper, and the paper would say excellence on it. He said, "You got to have excellence." And the one time they were just picking at him, and they told him they didn't have excellence. So me and him stood in there, and we went over everything they said, and he made them come back the next day and re-examine his apartment, so that way the paper would say excellence. So a lot of it is from there. From him, and like I said, he passed away in 2011. If he could see what I was doing now, and I know they see what I'm doing, but man, it's just been a lot.
Yeah. So what about this? When does the 7-on-7 start again? And
that
is some details about that.
So the 7-on-7 is going to be on July 22nd. That's a Saturday. And like I said, we got a lot of local teams. I'm gonna say a lot of local teams, but we got a lot of good teams. So we're trying to figure out some more logistics with that. But like 2 weeks ago, we revealed the schedule here exclusively. You guys had that. You were the first to see it, and I'm sending it out to coaches, and they're all, for the most part, they're in. We think we might have 1 or 2 teams drop out, but because we prepared for that. We built in a fail safe going 12 teams because we can drop to 10 with no problem. So if we do have 1 or 2 teams that back out, we'll be cool. But we're definitely looking to work for that.
Hold on. That was Keegan. He just called. Keegan wants to know what's going to be on the menu at the concession stand.
Sure do.
Listen,
Better have walking tacos.
we're working. We look, concession stand
That's
will be up.
important. That's important.
Concession stand will be up and running. Obviously, shout out to Miss Lisa Pagis with all that. Uncle Dan Dragicevic, shout out to him. Uncle Bally. Matter of fact, his birthday's today. Happy birthday, Uncle Bally.
Birthday ball.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday to him. But they keep that from that logistics standpoint. They keep that on lock.
Well, it's
so you will definitely have food and
Fried fish.
We'll
see. Fried fish.
Fried fish. Hey, listen.
No, we do. We want that fish and chicken.
We'll see. But yeah, definitely. They always holding it down. The boosters. Shout out to our football boosters. They're great. They're always holding it down for us.
Yes, sir. Love it.
Is there any other sports that you fell in love with besides football, and what is it and why?
All right, so a lot of people are going to take this the wrong way. Football is not my first love.
Got it.
My first love is the game of basketball.
That's what I was about to say.
Why, man?
My father played basketball.
Yep.
My grandfather played basketball. Basketball has been everything to me. Basketball has taken me a lot of places. It's done tremendous for me. Look, I mean, my dad, for educational reasons, obviously, he sent me to Kennedy, but I got up there and I got to work with some of the greatest high school players ever. Maceo Austin, Manus Norman, Mattia Kunzo. Shout out to my man and your newest Indiana Pacer, Oscar Shibwe.
Yeah,
that is my
dog.
man.
That shout.
That's my dog.
That is my man. So basketball is my first love. I went up there, we won 2 state titles, and then after that, it kind of just transitioned to football. Now, I'm at a point now where am I happy with what I do? Absolutely. Am I content? Hell no. There's so much more that I can achieve, and eventually, I want to. One of my goals at Furrow is to possibly become the future athletic director. That is something I want. And that's not me taking your job, Uncle Amp. That's me cutting you a break. You have too many jobs. That's definitely something I want.
I've been speaking that to existence in my mind and heart for you anyways. I told you that one day. It's
Somebody said, "Mom, it's not the Elks fish and chicken."
you know what? I'm tired of y'all.
That white box with the bread on the bottom, fam.
Yeah, Robert.
Hey, Rob, T got the white bread on the bottom with all the gristle. That's the best part, fam. Especially like 3 o'clock in the morning, yo. Anyway, go ahead, man.
But yeah, no, y'all good. Like I said, it's just basketball is my first love. It was watching growing up. My grandma always had a basketball game on in the crib where we lived. Shout out 1140 Sherman.
Did you hoop?
Yes. I in high school 2 state championships.
Oh, awesome, man.
1A and 6A. It's the biggest jump to ever happen in the state of PA.
Even though you got that state championship, was you balling though, or was you sitting?
Okay,
out?
so I got hurt. I had a concussion, which it
Since
still
you was
has
watching the
lingering
Browns.
effects. Okay.
Bruh, come on.
That explains a lot.
Come on,
That explains a lot.
Y'all gotta stop with that shit, man.
that explains
We're
a
not
lot.
going to be accepting any more of this motherfucking
He was dropped
technology.
too. He was dropped
Y'all
too.
pulling
Yeah, he
off.
was dropped too.
I'll listen to you on the spectrum.
I'll ask you the remainder of the questions for the rest of the show. No, just
Y'all cool.
2 state championships. Hoop, man. What position did you play, man?
I was a backup guard, but now, obviously, like I said, I got hurt. But before that, in practice, we all went at each other every day.
Yeah.
If you got to switch on the Oscar. Hey, we were still rocking, right? You know what I mean? So I was going up with Oscar. Now, yeah, he dunked on me the first day I went up with him. After that, he ain't dunk on me no more. He got a couple lays, but
Right.
but but no, it was cool, man. I got to hoop against Ike Herster, Maceo Austin. And this was an everyday thing for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Up until they graduated, from that summer that I transferred there, up until they graduated when I was going into my junior year. So, just hooping against them guys, it makes you better. We have our personal differences, but I will shout out Rick Mancino because I did pick up a lot of the game from him.
Yeah.
Whatever his personal belief on me is, that's fine, and he can feel that way. But he did encourage me and influence me a lot on the game, and I pick up a lot of that now from Uncle Amp. But see, with Rick, it was more of a professional life, a basketball thing. with Uncle Amp, it's a personal life. It's
all day, every day.
It's a Bell. If you want to get to this point in life, this might be a path you can take.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
So
Man, I
so
love
there's
that. That's my dog.
there's nobody.
What's up, Amp Bud?
There's nobody higher on my, obviously my father first and foremost, but after that, when it comes to who I'm taking direction from and who I'm looking up to now, nobody bigger than him.
What is, we know that your long-term goal is to become the AD. What is a current short-term goal with what you got going on, man?
A current short-term goal.
Is it, and it could be anything personally in your life or even your position you got, anything that you want to, was one of those like short-term goals that you want to get to?
All right, so y'all know I have my hands in a lot of the football stuff, and then we also have Myron Summer League that's going on for the kids, and I coach in that. Uncle Myron, if you watching, what's up with that position on the staff? That's my short term goal. I want to become an assistant basketball coach, even if it's 5th and 6th grade, 3rd and 4th grade, 5th and 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade. It don't have to be varsity. It don't have to be the freshman team. It don't have to be JV. I need that's something to keep me going. I do a lot, but when football's done, then it's almost like I have a dead period because all I'm doing is announcing for basketball. So I'm trying to pick up stuff in there too. So short-term goal is to get on the basketball stuff.
That's great, man.
Well, yeah, that's, the same way we had another guest on here. We spoke it. We believe in manifestation. So congratulations. Fat shout out to Coach Myron Lowe for adding him onto the coaching staff. Good job, Myron. We appreciate your love. Thank you.
Speaking into
I'm
existence.
manifesting, speaking to existence.
Before I even
That's
get
all
home,
we
I'm going to
doing.
get a text message about
That's all
that.
we doing.
But
and Ballhead Nessa said manifestation.
Yeah, shit. Manifestation.
That's it. And saying that, and then another short-term goal is, you guys know, just since the time y'all been working with Mike, me and Mike had a sit-down conversation in Applebee's in January of 2022, and that was the manifestation of the 724 Sports Network. So another short-term goal is getting that up off the ground.
Yes, sir. Coming at you.
And it might just be me hosting, but hey, for that 30, 45 minutes, we're going to kick it. We're going to get through our sports stuff.
Yeah, man.
And we're going to get up out of here so y'all can go enjoy your day. But what we're trying to do is put a highlight on our local athletes, put a highlight on our boys athletes, our girls athletes, whatever sports you play, basketball. If you a swimmer, we come in and see you. I'm going to come get an interview with your coach. I'm coming to get an interview with the best swimmer on your
great,
team.
man.
That's right. See, that's what's up.
If you playing softball, I don't care if you throw javelin and
Golf.
Kennedy, you know what? No cap. Kennedy has a golf program. I'll go interview somebody from Kennedy.
hear that?
Easiest way to get into
I'm trying to
college, bro.
Steve Wisnowski at Kennedy, we're coming to see you.
we come.
724 Sports
That's
Network is
so dope.
coming to see you, Steve.
Hey, one of my celebrity inspirations is Coach Prime. What does Coach Prime say? We coming. We coming.
Sure.
Yes,
We coming.
That's great, man.
Gotta love
Bruh.
it.
Great.
How do you keep all them stats inside your head, fam? Like I would
Man,
not be
it's-
able to hold all them numbers.
Matter of fact,
It's-
what is my 1997 fullback stats for the state championship, bro?
Bro, now you being funny, but I know there's a place where I can go find that. So now when I put it on Facebook tonight, he'll be like, "Oh, E, you did me like that, E. Come on, E."
Don't play with him.
Nah, but
I'm sorry, man.
you're fine. Them numbers has always been a strong suit of mine. I was excellent in math class. I'm not gonna say I was a straight A student. I was, but at some point, I did have grades that were B's and C's. My dad didn't tolerate it, so they came back up. But at one point, I had B's and C's. But the one consistent from pre-K to my senior year of high school was we was taking the math had an A in it. Math was everything. Numbers just fall into place for me, and so that's why it's so easy for me to be like, "Yo, in 02, Jordan with the Wizards, he averaged 19, but y'all still talk crazy on him."
Yeah.
Just because he wasn't the Bulls Jordan, you know what I mean? Or anything of that sort. So that's kind of where that comes from.
For real, Black Rain Man, give me a hot 3 or 4 digit number so I can go play these goddamn numbers ahead.
Yeah, I need you to do my taxes for 2023.
Yeah, God damn it. Black Rain Man.
Mom said because he's Encyclopedia E. That's so dope.
Yes,
yo.
sir.
Yes, sir. Encyclopedia.
My guy.
Where'd you get that from?
Shout out to the leader of the Bald Head Nation, Uncle Mon P with that.
Encyclopedia E. That's
But yeah,
my dog.
that's where that came from.
What music motivates you and gets you up going in the morning to do what you do, man?
When I was younger, my uncle, His name is James Truman. He used to work with you know
JC.
Yes,
Shout out to JC from Fatima.
Shout out to JC, man. When I was younger, you know, even before and after he had his son Kaiton, you know, we were always in the car together. So, you know, he always drove a Cadillac, and it didn't matter what song, but there was always Tupac. There was always Tupac, Boosie, something like that playing in the rot. So yeah, that's I still have a playlist with all that in it.
Yeah, good old buckwheat.
But that's not saying that I can't take it back, because there'll be a time where I might pull out the Temptations or the OJs or.
Shut up, Eric. You don't listen to that.
I'll pull up the playlist. I'll pull up the playlist, man. I'll go.
OJ. No, just messing.
Nah, in the middle of a workout, man. One time we was working out, and one time, man, we went from Tupac to, I want to say it was New Edition, in a seamless transition. Dude was working. It was in the gym. Was looking at me. Like,
So you went from Come Quick See, Hail Mary to Candy Girl. Come on, my world.
Yes.
This nigga in there looking at Can you stand the rain? Can you
Yes.
No pressure. No pressure. Really?
Yes. Absolutely. So all types of music, That's because, like I said, I was always in the car with my uncle. I was always in the car with my dad. My uncle played that 90s rap. So yes, I got Nas in there. The World Is Yours. You know, I play that constantly because it might not be, but at some point my world is going to be mine. Nice. And to get there, the world is yours. You know what I mean? Then hate me now. Yes, absolutely. You can hate me now. You know, that's to anybody. You know, parents, whatever. You can hate me now, but I'm here to push your kid to be better.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
so hate me now, all of that. You know, and then with my dad, that's where we got the New Edition, the Charlie Wilson, the Temptations, all that. You know, we mixed all that up in there on our rides to Pittsburgh every weekend. We would take.
That's dope, man.
Bro, it's crazy because I know both of your parents. I grew up, my mom was your dad's first teacher.
Yep.
Your dad was advanced like 3 grades, I believe.
Yeah.
He got promoted 3 grades.
Yeah.
So when you graduated 9-2.
Nah, that nigga working at the mill.
That's okay.
But it's crazy.
Shout out to Big E Bell.
It's okay because Mike worked at the mill too, and now he just he got to stay over for a double shift tomorrow.
He threatening your livelihood, Mike.
Mike, you better, if you want any free time, I suggest you stop commenting now. Because you know, Pops and listen, Pops will bring the receipt. So when you come back off vacation, he ain't seen you, so it's gonna be worse. Just because he ain't seen you, he done let it stew for a
You
week.
on the 311 shift on the boiler, nigga.
Yeah,
3 to 11.
Damn.
Nah, he working 3 to 3.
3 to 3.
3 to 3. He ain't getting no 3 to 11. He working 12 hours. 3 to 3.
You got the 3
Is
to
that
3.
Grandma Minnie Bell?
Yep. That's my grandma. My grandma.
Shout out
Minnie.
to Grandma Minnie Bell. Always see you.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
I was just saying,
Absolutely.
fam, like, I know both of your parents, and you like the perfect split between,
Ain't he?
like, bro, you look like both your parents was
Smack them together. Just split them
That's
down.
so-
Who
So
would
the-
thought it would make butts and honeydew?
But you know the crazy thing is, so since I got my glasses, everybody says I'm my father. You know, I look like my father. But before the glasses, everybody said I look
Was
like
your mom?
JC.
Oh,
no,
for real? Your uncle?
they always thought JC's daughter was
Yeah.
my mom's daughter, and then I was JC's son.
Son. I can see that. I can see
They
that.
always started that way.
JC, good old buckwheat, as we used to call him at Fatima. We used to wear him out.
They be telling my mom, I seen you walking with your
fight us.
nephew. She be like, that's my son, not my nephew. No, but that wasn't JC's son you was walking with. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. And, well, when people come on, well, you already know
You
that
already
shit.
know. He getting here before you act like the nigga ain't never been here.
Oh, he done.
You could have presented it with respect.
I'm playing with him, though. My man, since
In the green bag because we recycle.
I know you want the bag. Go ahead, take the bag. Take the bag. You always call on my bag.
listen,
You always tell my bags,
That's
man.
a trash bag in the car. It's a trash bag for the car.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You know, I hook you up with some gear already.
Yes, sir.
So you can get right.
Oh,
already.
by the way, Mike's job is still in jeopardy if Mom P don't get my father his gear. Mike don't even know about that
gosh.
one. Mike don't even know about that one yet.
E-Bill, I got you.
You know, Mike don't even know about that. Mike's job is in serious jeopardy if my dad doesn't get his hoodie and his shirt immediately. So preserve Mike March 2023.
Got you.
Preserve Mike
got
March.
you. Save him. A GoFundMe. So my man, I got you some stuff for when you at the table and you commentating on the games and everything. You can't make it to get no water and nothing. Might not want water because make you go pee. You got a baby bladder still. They've got some delectable stuff for you, family.
Oh, good look, good.
You know what I mean?
We got them quote unquote exotic Jolly Ranchers, even though they got orange and lemon.
Man,
I don't think that's exotic.
exclusive joints.
The only thing about this that's exotic is
they got the pineapple flavor in the joints, man. Don't do me like that.
Some double bubble. Oh yeah, we live in the Sour Patches. Yeah, we live. Oh, the Skittles. Oh man, them Skittles gonna be going first.
Man,
good
yeah,
looking,
yeah,
good
my
looking.
dog.
Appreciate
You
y'all.
already know.
Appreciate
baby. You
y'all.
already know,
Oh,
man.
man. You got more too, man. So you need to call up those plays, nigga. Here you go. Call up those plays.
Just for you. When I go coach tomorrow, I'm gonna take this board.
That's right.
I'm gonna take this
Power
board.
right.
But look in
34
there.
power.
You
Run
got
it.
some- you got some more stuff in there, man. for you.
Oh man, I got a
your board.
whole pack of Kool-Aid jammers, some
Got it.
Gatorade.
Or you can run like Falcone, white 40 blast. Run a white 40
You
blast.
gotta wear white 40 blast, man.
Oh, we got some dry erase markers. Okay,
You got the dry erase markers for
Key
the,
cooking
uh,
us up. Key cooking me up. That's my dog, though. Appreciate you.
And one of the last questions we always ask, man. If you saw your 16-year-old self, what advice would you give that person?
Okay, Keek. So I'm gonna push this one a little bit because this is different from your other guests. Your other guests are much older.
Right.
When you asked them this question, I just turned 20 in May.
Yeah.
I got a resume as long as my arm before the age of 20.
Yeah,
I was appointed to this new position before the age of 20. So the question's a little bit different for me because you got guys who have a retrospective half their lives. I mean, I got a retrospective 4 years. You looking at 16-year-old me, a kid that plays high school basketball and loves the game and was just told by a doctor that there's no timetable on the next time you'll ever play.
Man.
There's no timetable on if you'll ever play. So you looking at me telling my 16-year-old self, it's hard, but you got to persevere because there is light at the end of the tunnel, even if you're not the one with the flashlight looking down.
Man.
So the tunnel might look dark to me, but there's somebody at the other end with the flashlight so I can see to get out.
What's so crazy about that response, and thank you, man. If you do listen to Killer Mike's album, I want you to listen to Dave Chappelle's skit. It's not even a skit. It's what he says to Killer Mike. It's literally what you just said, bro. I promise you. I promise you, it's just what he said, man. So, Eric, man, we love you, man. We're giving you your flowers. Continue to be great. You've done a lot, like you said. You accomplished a lot, and you got a lot more to accomplish, man. And I hope one day that you are the AD of Furrow. That would be so great, man.
Hey, just because I'm the AD, Mont P, you do not get no concession stand vouchers. No concession stand vouchers. I'm sorry. It's a business.
Cut that out.
It's a
Oh
business.
my gosh. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
on my Franklin Saint, it's a business.
What if I bring my own chicken and fish? You know what I mean?
We'll let you eat it in the foyer. You can't.
God
You
dang.
can't eat it. You can listen to the game, but you can't watch
God
the game.
dang. Well, before we get out of here, I just want to read off a few of young Eric Bell's Encyclopedia E's accomplishments. 2018 Class 1A D10 champion in basketball. 2018 Class 1A in basketball state champion. 2018 Class 1A baseball runner-up. 2019 6A D10 champion. 2019 Class 6A state champion. 2020 announcer at Farrell School. Oh, that's where all the greatness begins. I ain't mean to discredit y'all.
No,
Kennedy,
you're
but
fine.
you know what I mean?
You're good.
But he did what he did at Kennedy. That was good. But when he came to Farrell, he got great. 2021 Farrell High School grad. 2021 attended
Shout out to
Cleveland
class of
State.
21.
2021, 93.
21.
2022 producer at Sports Radio 96.779 WPIC. 2022 2A D10 champion as a coach at Farrell, though. And then 2022 executive assistant for the Farrell podcast. That's right. And then 2023 Buddy Gerino champion as a coach. And that was great. He just took a bunch of like I don't want to say misfits, but kids from here, there, sixth graders on the team, and they whooped everybody up in that that tournament over in Charlottesville. I want to give a shout out to that because we didn't highlight that at that time. Forgot it.
Shout out my guys, man.
Shout out to
That's
the
all
guys.
them. That's all them.
Yeah. And then 2023 named the director of football operations at Farrell High School. And that's all before the age of 20.
Man,
We just hit
So dope.
we just hit 20, so now
So dope.
now
Sky's the
we got a
limit,
whole
fam.
another decade. That decade
Yeah.
don't, to me, in retrospect, that decade don't count.
Yeah, man.
It's
That
over
decade
done
don't
with. Time
count.
to move
It's
on to
over
the
and
next.
done. We got a brand new slate. Now it's time to work.
Like my man always say, Keegan over here. I ain't mean to cut you off, Keeg, but it's
bro.
like once he kicks something in the ass, pull the plug, and it's on to the next.
To the next. Yes.
Keep on going, bro.
Yes, always.
Continue blessings and success to you, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
Go ahead, Keeg. Sorry, bro.
Oh no, I was gonna say, what to do with our beatbox, how we get out of here. And I saw a comment earlier, and I meant to say that it was in regards to the WNBA. Again, I don't want y'all to think that I'm against women and all of that, so I'm gonna put that out there now. I'll argue with you all day long, so I don't care. But also too is it's like, well, we need more people than just women to support the WNBA, definitely for sure. But when you look at those stats, men are supporting it more than anybody else. And what I'm saying is that women needs to step up as well and support these women in the WNBA. I'm not saying that women. I'm not saying women only. I'm saying women need to step up more and support the WNBA just as much as the guys is doing too. So that was my point of that. I love y'all.
As
It's
a
been
whole,
great.
right.
It's been a great show. Thank you for being with us, man.
Absolutely. Shout out Twan too. Appreciate you. I see your comment. Appreciate
Oh yeah, that's the blackest name I ever saw too, man. Antoine Williamson.
Yes,
Can't get
sir.
blacker than that, bro. That is the blackest name.
Hell yeah. That's my dog, Twan. Twan.
Like dig it, jive, turkey. Like
Twan straight hood,
sucker.
too.
If you have a name
Twan
like
straight
that,
hood.
if you have a name like that, non-chopper is burning in your house right now. You got a wicker chair. You know what I mean? You only eat macaroni and cheese and greens. That's the only two sides you know.
Grab all the furniture from Fred Sanford Salvage.
You still got a switchblade. Like, listen here, Jack. You do one of them. Listen
And it looked like a little bald-head Mexican, too. Anyways, or Puerto
that is
Rican.
the blackest name
You know, I
ever,
watched it at the
bro.
meal, too.
Yo, that's
Much
the
love,
blackest
Twan.
name. Anyway, but no, we love you, man. We just mess around. This is what we do on the show.
jokes.
And how we ended, my man Rich, go ahead and set it off.
Fast shout out to my young boy, Amandale Williams. I always see this young man walking
Okay,
to
so the
and
names,
from
the
work.
names are getting blacker.
Amandale.
I said it's Amandale.
It's this carryover from the BET Awards. It's still in our hood shit. Tyler Perry in here too. Shit. Yeah. Amandale always walking back and forth to both. He worked 2 jobs, and I see him walking back and forth to both of his jobs.
That's
in
dedication.
Hermitage. He walks from Farrell on Romer to Hermitage. Dedicated young man,
If you
man.
don't get a fucking Uber, bro, like, quit walking, man.
Sometimes I pick him up and drop him off, but he be having some fly ass shoes
If
on.
you don't get it, you sell the shoes and get a car, Mandalay.
Message. See?
No, that's what's up, man.
Love you, young bruh.
That's my
Keep
brother.
grinding.
That's my brother.
His feet hurt.
I love it.
His feet is hurting. We can get to work.
He man.
And he worked at McDonald's, so he on his feet all day. On top of that,
Oh, come on,
too.
Walk.
He worked at McDonald's and a nursing home. If you don't take care of
That's
your
dedication,
feet,
though.
you're going to be at the nursing home because you got the bad feet. The irony, where you work at, you might end up there, young Mandalay. Take care of your feet.
Hey, if y'all watching this, let's get a Mandalay a car, man. I ain't pitching in. Nah, man, we love you. Just what we
love
do.
you,
We have
man.
fun on the station, man, and.
What's up? It's your man, More P. Sounding off. Ballhead Nation. I'm out. Love hip hop.
Brian Keller. All your kids, we love you, fam. Peace.
And it's your man, DJ Rich Sachs. King of the Big Back Nation. We out this bitch.
it's your boy E Bell, man. Signing off. We up out of here. Shout out to the Farrell Podcast. Love them. 724 Sports. Farrell High. Let's close it out. Peace out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah.